Hi, I'm Dr. Sam, helping you get closer to great skin days. Now, T-zone shine, dry or normal cheeks, then you're one of us, the 60% who suffer from combination skin. Now, combination skin pops up its tricky head at around the time of adolescence when hormones switch on your sebaceous glands in your T-zone. And those pores start to get larger, they may clog up, and it may trigger acne downstream. After adolescence, combination skin can prove tricky if you're trying to deal with anti-aging concerns, because actives that might well be tolerated in the T-zone might well cause dryness and irritation on the cheeks. Other instances where combination skin is tricky is when you travel, and the change in atmosphere and humidity and temperature, combination of air travel can just make that T-zone cheek differential even greater. So I thought I'd put together some of my favorite tips for managing combination skin. Step 1, get cleansing right. Now, it's terribly tempting when you see oil in your T-zone to go at it with something astringent or foaming or containing actives in an attempt to manage the oil slick. Now, the problem with that is that invariably you end up drying out your cheek and your eye area, and that's particularly true if you use a foaming active-containing cleanser. I think most people with combination skin will prefer a wash-off product, so stick to gel-based, non-foaming, non-fragrance, non-irritating cleansers that do the job and leave your actives to do the corrective part. Step 2, manage your moisturizer needs carefully. Now, we did a little survey in our Facebook group, and around a third of respondents with combination skin felt that one moisturizer wasn't sufficient to meet their skin's needs. So I do think that for some, customization here is an important part of keeping skin hydrated but not oily. And I think the key thing is to search out moisturizers that are enriched with ingredients that repair barrier function, that serve as humectants, but are lighter on the emollient occlusive side, which is what tends to give products that heavy, greasy feel that can lead to moisturizer fear. Feel free though to really go for it with something more hydrating and luxurious feeling at nighttime, particularly if you're using actives like retinoids, when at time of night you don't care so much about the cosmetic finish on the skin. And what's more important is keeping skin comfortable and non-irritated by actives that are doing their work, but go lighter in the daytime. Step 3, don't ever skimp on SPF, but again, have options. I think that sunscreen in particular, where we're trying to always be consistent about the dose we use to get the desired level of protection promised by the product, means that there'll be days where you need something dewier and more hydrating, typically in winter, but then in summer you might go for something lightweight, tinted, more matte finish. Bottom line, use the sunscreen at the right time with the right formula for the conditions presented to your skin to make sure you're well protected with this essential part of a skincare routine. Step 4, actives are actives, but be guided by your drier areas when it comes to where you start. With actives, and in particular retinoids, which tend to be one of the most risky, shall we say, actives when you're starting, it's best to go low and build up strength over time. Skin acclimatizes and it gets more tolerant through usage. So don't feel the need to wade in with the big guns at the beginning just because you have a bit of clogging or oil in your T-zone. Step 5, manage makeup carefully. Now, if you're breakout prone or prone to clogging skin, I tend to advocate not using powder. So what to do with an oily T-zone? Well, I think you have a number of options. In general, I believe in keeping makeup dewy. That is the way the light interacts best with the skin. It's how we stay fresh, keeps our skin alive looking. But a girl's best friend with an oily T-zone are these things. So the minute I'm using NYX blotting papers, there's 2 different varieties I've got at the moment, the matte ones and then the ones that contain hemp. Either way, bottom line, they're just taking off excessive oil. And I will use these through the day to keep my makeup looking fresh, avoiding the use of powder, which means I'm free to top up my base as I go, as perhaps some redness comes through just as makeup wears off a little bit as your day progresses. If you prefer, you can stick to matte finish cream-based products, which again will reduce the amount of shine on the skin, but I still think you're likely to need blotting papers. I take them with me everywhere. So those are the things that keep my combination skin under control, something I'm particularly conscious of as we head into winter, where that T-zone cheek differential can increase. I hope you found those tips helpful, guys. Please leave any questions down below and I'll try and get back to you soon. Bye for now.